Hello, and welcome to your hand, wrist, shoulder, and elbow yoga class. These postures are going to help by relieving tension in the joints and also the pressure that we feel within the shoulders, the spine, and the front of the chest. Enjoy! Beginning in Shavasana, coming down onto the back, extending the legs long, arms are down by your side, hands away from the body, palms facing up. Feet are separated from one another, not quite mat distance apart. Head rests on the mat. Spine is long and straight from the tailbone up to the top of the head. Making any adjustments to the body so that the body can lay completely still here in Shavasana. Begin to bring the awareness to the natural rhythm of the breath. Allowing it to ebb and flow. And beginning to count backwards from 27 mentally. Mentally saying to yourself, inhale 27, exhale 27. Inhale 26, exhale 26. Inhale 25, exhale 25. Continuing on with your own breath, allowing the body to be completely still. If you lose track of where you are with counting, simply bringing it back to start at 27. And wherever you are, beginning to let go of mental counting, bringing the awareness back into the body, starting to wiggle the toes and the fingers, maybe rotating the ankles, the wrists, stretching wide overhead if that feels good for you. And coming up into a seated position. Now for today's practice, you are welcome to use a cushion to sit on for more comfort. we will be working on the hands, the wrists, and the elbows. So coming into a comfortable seated position, whether that is on a cushion with the legs crossed, the legs out long. And taking a moment to settle in here. Coming into hand clenching, begin by bringing the arms up to shoulder height, bringing them straight out in front of you. With hand clenching, we will spread the fingers wide, and as you exhale, making a fist with both hands. The thumb will be on the inside of the fingers. Inhale, opening the fist, spreading the fingers wide, and exhale, clenching the hand, making a fist. Doing this with both hands at the same time, completing 8 more rounds of this with your own breath. As you inhale, opening the hand, spreading the fingers, and as you exhale, making a fist with the hands, thumb inside of the palm. And once you've finished, bringing the arms and the hands down, the hands can rest on the knees or on the floor. Taking a moment here to tune in and bring the awareness into those hands and those fingers. Next, we will come into wrist bending. So bringing the arms up in front of the body once again. Now, as you exhale, bending at the wrist, fingertips will point down towards the mat. And as you inhale, bending at the wrist, bringing the palm out in front, fingertips pointing to the sky. Exhale, fingers to the mat. And inhale, fingers to the sky. Coordinating this with your own breath, completing 8 more rounds. Bringing the awareness to the coordination of breath with the movement. And once you're finished, once again, bringing the hands and the arms down to rest for a moment. Seeing if you can't notice any sensations or differences within the wrists. Preparing to come now into wrist rotation, bringing up the right arm only, perpendicular with the mat. We will be inhaling, rotating the wrist in an upward direction, and exhale as we rotate the wrist in a downward direction. Completing 10 rounds with your own breath, exhaling as you rotate down, and inhaling as you rotate up. Keeping the awareness on the movement to breath coordination. Completing 10 rounds with your own breath, rotating the right wrist. And rotating the wrist now in the opposite direction. And once you've finished, bringing that right arm down to rest. And lifting the left arm up. Clockwise rotation of the wrist with the left wrist. As you inhale up, exhale down. 10 repetitions with your own breath. And in the opposite direction when you're ready for 10 more rounds. And when you're finished, bringing the arm down to rest. Next, we will bring both arms back up and we will rotate both wrists at the same time, first in a clockwise direction for 10 rounds, and then in a counterclockwise for 10 rounds. So coordinating and bringing the awareness to the breath with the movement. Going ahead now. And when you're ready, switching the direction of the rotation. And bringing the hands and arms down to rest. Seeing if you can't notice any differences or changes in sensation in those wrists. Coming into our last stage of wrist rotation, bringing the arms out in front once again, and this time we will be rotating the wrists in opposite directions 10 times, and then the other direction again in opposite directions 10 times. So focusing the awareness on the breath to movement coordination and going ahead. And when you're ready, rotating now in the opposite direction. And when you've finished, bringing the arms down, resting them, hands maybe on the mat or on the knees. Taking a moment here to bring the awareness to the wrists. Perhaps they are feeling activated. Maybe you are feeling energy circulating in the wrist joint. Next, coming into elbow bending, bringing the arms out in front of the body, palms facing up. As you exhale, bending at the elbow, bringing the fingertips to touch the shoulders. As you inhale, straightening the arms out in front of the body. And as you exhale, bending at the elbow, bringing the fingertips to touch the shoulders. Completing 8 more rounds with your own breath. As you inhale, extending the arms. And as you exhale, bending at the elbow and touching the shoulders. And once you've finished, bringing the hands down to rest, seeing if you can't notice any differences or sensations within the elbows. And now coming into elbow bending, however, this time, bringing the arms out at the side, straight. As you exhale, again, bending at the elbow, touching the shoulder. Inhale, bringing the arm out long once again. Exhaling at the elbow, exhale, bending at the elbow, bringing the fingertips to the shoulders. And as you inhale, bringing the arms out long once again. Completing 8 more rounds of this movement with awareness focused on coordinating breath with movement. Going ahead. And releasing that by relaxing the arms by the side. Hands may rest on the knees or on the mat. Settling for a moment, tuning into the elbows, into the shoulders. Preparing now to come into elbow rotation. So bringing the right arm up and outstretched, supporting the upper right arm with the left hand. Now in this position, this pose, this movement, the right arm, the right upper arm will remain stationary as it is supported with the left hand. And we will bend the elbow to move the lower arm in a clockwise position. 10 repetitions, inhaling as we draw a circle in an upward direction and exhaling as we bend at the elbow, bringing that lower arm and hand downward. Coordinating breath with movement. 10 rotations in a clockwise position and then 10 rotations in a counterclockwise position. So going ahead now with your own breath. And when you're ready, rotating in the opposite direction. And once you've completed your 10 rounds, bringing the arms and the hands down to rest. Noticing any differences between the elbows and also the shoulders. And now coming into elbow rotation with the left elbow, supporting the upper left arm with the right hand, bending at the elbow, drawing a circle with that left hand as we rotate at the elbow. 10 rounds in a clockwise position, 10 rounds in a counterclockwise position. Breathing in on the way up and breathing out on the way down. Going ahead now with your own breath. And once you've finished, bringing those arms and hands down to rest. Tuning into the sensations within the body that were just moved. And coming now into shoulder socket rotation. Bring the arms out beside the body, straight up, out from the shoulders. Bending at the elbow, bringing the fingers to touch the shoulders. Here we will be drawing circles with the elbows. Inhaling, you guessed it, on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. So moving both elbows, rotating both shoulders at the same time. Within one direction, 10 rounds. And then once you've completed that, in the opposite direction for 10 rounds. Going ahead now, focusing on the breath with the movement coordination. Once you've completed your 10 rounds, switching the direction of the movement. And once you've finished, bringing the arms and the hands down by the sides to relax. Bringing the awareness to the shoulder socket, and letting that go. Opening the eyes gently if they are closed. If you're sitting on a cushion, bringing that out from under you, getting ready to come into Shavasana, lying flat on the back. Legs are long, separated from one another. Arms rest on the floor. Palms facing up. Begin to bring the awareness to the natural breath. Allowing the breath to deepen. And beginning to mentally count backward from 27 with each inhale and each exhale. This helps to bring the awareness inside of ourselves so that the body can completely relax. So it's important that we are in a comfortable position for Shavasana so that we can allow the body to completely relax without movement while concentrating on our breath, bringing that awareness inside, giving the body a much deserved break. Staying in Shavasana for as long as you like. I hope you enjoyed this class. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this class, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to Yoga with Ash for more videos like this.